Today, I want to show you guys my DokiDoki Inferno auto farming team. With the new revelation that I farmed yesterday, I finally completed my Messiah build so that he can also do very big damage in the dungeon to clear the mobs twice. But how do I do that? So let's go to the battle. I want to show you guys everything that I've done. The team is not 100% win rate because in this dungeon, you are required to control the enemy monster so that you can take away the damage reduction. If there's none of that damage reduction, I think this is going to be easily 100% win rate. But unfortunately, if they have it, 90% damage reduction is insane. So my first damage is going to be Rosa on Revelation. She has very high attack because if you read the Revelation skill description, then you need to have higher attack to have the higher cap for your Revelation damage. And next up, we have Messiah, who has decent amount of attack. Unfortunately, I cannot go high attack on this guy. If I replace one of the module with an attack bonus %, then his attack become way too high. And then the Tsukiyomi will buff him, which will mess up my turn order with Rosa buffing his crit rate. And the third unit is going to be my fastest unit right now in the game. It is going to be Kazuyo the Reverie on a speed build. So swift and then with double accuracy and 1 slot HP because I don't have a single swift effect accuracy with speed on it, even after farming so much DokiDoki. It is crazy. I know. If I can farm a better piece with accuracy on it, then she can go even 200% accuracy. But it doesn't matter, okay? She'll still miss anyway. And I had to farm a new Gigabyte with 40 speed. So the triple set shell will give you 40 speed instead of 35. And I had to roll a speed red on here to barely, this is barely outspeeding the enemy, okay? If you're slower, then you're going to take damage from the enemy, and my team is not designed to take damage from the enemy. We have Tsukiyomi, who will move right in front of Rosa to buff my team with attack power. This will further boost my Revelation damage, which is absolutely incredible. And the last to move in the team is going to be Kraken on Codex of Magic. Max skill 3, almost max skill 3 to get the chance of freezing and increase the effect of turn meter pushback. Very important. So we have 2 Codex, 2 Revelation, and I think for Kazuyo, you can go either Halloween or Gigabyte or Jacko God, whatever you want, okay? So please allow me to demonstrate the team on manual so that I can talk to you guys. But I farm this thing on auto now. It's going to be the sleep coming out from Kazuyo. So if I miss 1 target, it can be a little bit tricky. But if I miss 2, it's gone. If I miss 1, it's still doable. So this is going to boost Rosa on auto, so I'm going to do just that. And then Rosa is going to get Revelation buff. You have to max skill Rosa for this to work out properly because the Revelation cooldown is 3 turn and Rosa skill 3, when maxed out, is also 3 turn. So it lines up perfectly that whenever you have Revelation buff, then you also have skill 3. And for Messiah, we're going to go for the big damage here. We clear the first wave very easily. The moment you take away the damage reduction, it's very simple. So with Kraken, we're going to start with skill 3 right here. We're going to go for the big freeze and push back. We get everyone frozen. And after that, it is pretty much just buff. And then Tsukiyomi's skill 2, reduce cooldown of my team. So why do I have the Codex of Magic on Tsukiyomi? I realized that if I don't have Codex of Magic, I will get Revelation at a turn that I don't have attack buff anymore, which is very unfortunate because her attack buff only lasts 2 turns. So I had to have Codex of Magic on her so that when I have the Revelation from my damage dealer, they will now have the attack buff. So you can see right there, 1 last turn of attack buff on my Rosa. We're going to go for the big AoE damage. And we're going to go do so much damage on the enemy, half health. And we're going to push back their turn meter with this. Very important. So I only push back 1 target, which is very bad. So this is the problem, right? Right here is the problem I have with the team that is not super perfection yet, but it's almost there. So this skill will boost the bar of Messiah now, but it only boosts like 10%, which is not a lot. As you can see, they're now moving. And the problem that I have with this dungeon is that they get back their fucking damage reduction way too quickly. Like, this is insane. It's 2 turns. Like, I spent 2 whole ass turns controlling the enemy, and they just get it back. And there's no way I'm going to make my Messiah get another 30 speed. Like, that is impossible. So now my Messiah will go. And usually, if nothing goes really wrong, I will kill 3 of the enemy target. But For this one, I only kill none of them. Because the problem with the RNG of the run is that the Kazuya pushback is only, I don't know, you have to sleep it to push it back. And if you don't sleep it with the first 2 hit of this attack, you're kind of cooked. You're literally kind of cooked. And that is quite a problem. So let's see if we have a better run in this time around. So we're going to start off with Kraken with the freeze once again. We land most or all of the pushback, which is really good. So what we need is for Kazuyo to land her pushback as well. And I max her skill 3 and skill 2. I max out everything that I can to make sure that I have the best chance in RNG in this stupid dungeon. So Kraken will land all the pushback once again. The problem with this is that Tsukiyomi only boosts one teammate. If she boosts my Messiah just a little bit, so that Messiah, oh, the pushback was really good in this one. If she just boosts my Messiah just a little bit, dude, I would win easily. So one of them got out of the freezing state. So only one of them survived. So that is my mini problem right there that I need to find a way to fix. So I maxed out Tsukiyomi skill 3 so that she get more turn meter when she boosts all the allies. So she get her turn back so she can skill 1 my Messiah even earlier. And that kind of helped a lot, but it's still not perfect yet. So the run right now is about a minute-ish on average. And I think win rate is about 70%, which I would say, you know what? It's Inferno stage. It's end game. So I'm going to take it with 70% win rate because getting a right swift raid piece right now, I think will really change the game for me. And that would really help a whole lot for pretty much everything I want to do because one piece of swift raid and one good Inferno shell is so much more speed compared to people who are not farming Inferno at the moment. And that would easily allow me to outspeed people in RTA, in the normal arena, and that would really help me out in PvP. And that's the whole goal of the game, right? Is to do PvP really well. And maybe that's going to help me in PvE as well because outspeeding, like I can imagine in the future when we are very end game, then even my DPS will be at like 270 speed. And that's going to allow me to easily outspeed everything in this dungeon. Because right now, only Kazuyo is 270 speed. But if I just have my hands on more Swift Raid and better shell and everything, every one of my team could be very, very fast. And that would easily allow me to, like, look at Messiah. Messiah is like lagging behind so much right now. He's not moving. But if everyone can be like 240 speed, 250 speed even, then that would make a huge difference for this kind of run. So look at that. So usually, if I just kill 3, if there are only 2 enemies left, it is doable. If there's 3 enemies left, then it's very, very challenging because unfortunately, my main control is sleep from Kazuyo, and when you sleep them, you have to wake them up, and they can wipe the floor with your with the AoE attack. It's ridiculous how strong these fucking thing is, and they get stronger very, very fast. But if there are only 2 of them left, then it's not really that big of a deal. So that is my current Inferno DokiDoki farming team. How do you replace certain character in my team? So if you have Yeli and you maxed out Yeli skill 3, Yeli can probably do the same thing. But Yeli doesn't buff the entire team. So let's say my Messiah is not max crit, then you cannot activate Revelation if you don't crit. So that is not as good. So Rosa is pretty good at buffing the teammate, so her damage is very consistent, and her follow-up damage, Messiah, is also very, very consistent. But Yeli is pretty good. Or you can run auto damage dealer. I don't know. But this is my team for now. If you want to replace Messiah, I think you need an AoE follow-up green or water damage dealer. So I'm not sure if a maxed out RC77 on Revelation on a raw damage build would be enough comparing to Messiah. This is not, I don't know, because the game doesn't give you the resources to try out things. If I commit to a build, to a character, I'm only allowed to do that, all right? I really want to have a maxed out RC77 because I think I max dupe this guy, which means I can show you guys if it's worth it. But the game doesn't want me to do that. Other than that, I don't know if Gray is going to be worth it, but then if I use Gray, then I have 2 crit buffer. It feels kind of dumb. So I don't plan to do that. I don't know if a Revelation Kloss is going to be worth it as well. I'm not too sure about that. I do have Rilmocha, but I don't want to build Rilmocha because Rilmocha is mainly for DokiDoki and Messiah is for everything. So that's why I went with Messiah and not Rilmocha. Rilmocha will probably give me an easier time in this dungeon, to be honest. Like, if I can 6-star Rilmocha right now, max out her skill, then I think I can build a team for DokiDoki that is similar to what I did. And that's going to work out just fine as well. But then I use Messiah in so many other content. So I think I enjoy Messiah a little bit more. And that is pretty much it. The other character, I'm not sure how you're going to replace them. So Kazuya is free to play, Kraken is free to play friendly. For Tsukiyomi, she fulfilled two different things in my team. She buffed my unit attack and speed so that my team can actually take a turn. And she reduced my team cooldown with the AoE skill too. So that allowed me to catch up to the control because the fucking defense of damage reduction bullshit that this dungeon has comes back in 2 turns. Like, I cannot believe that. That is so hard for like a team outside of Rilmocha, because Rilmocha get her damage back immediately. That is her whole shtick, right? And then you can codex of magic these things, and then they can easily allow you to do the whole combo again. I have to jump through so many hoops of control and cooldown reduction to achieve what she can do with her fucking innate passive. It's pretty crazy. So that's why she's the best in slot for DokiDoki. Like, people were resetting Rilmocha because the earlier Inferno run was Messiah, but now the best team is still Rilmocha. So if I can build Rilmocha, I think I would have a much easier time. But right now, I'm pretty happy with my 1 minute-ish run that I don't need to build any new things. And I'm using all these characters for other content. So that is very, very cool. So that is my DokiDoki Inferno auto run. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.